Alright guys, so I'm going to take a little video while the car is running. I just got out of the gym. I was only at the gym for about an hour. And as you can see, the SMG cog light is gone now. So it's pretty finicky. I didn't hear the SMG pump really priming. I mean, I definitely heard something underneath the car, but I know what the SMG pump priming sounds like. So I feel like it's not building enough pressure, but watch how it shifts. In the third shift setting, it shifts great. Now that fourth gear took a little bit longer. But as you guys can see, shifting through all the gears, some might argue that I shouldn't be shifting it at such low RPM, but yeah, it's just so you guys can see. And maybe that light even comes on during this drive. Usually it seems like it's when it's starting from a cold start, it tends to get that light almost every time. But when it's warmed up, it tends to not have that light. So it's kind of confusing. Shifts down fine. Revs fine. So you guys can see it shifts fine. See. I'm gonna see if during this green light I can rev it up a good bit. It's shifting fine now. I'm not sure why sometimes it'll catch the gear perfectly and other times it won't. Of course, as I'm trying to do a video and show you guys the issue, it's not quite catching it. This guy was trying to race me over here. He gave me the head nod, so he definitely knew what I was driving. Alright, let's let her slow down a little bit. Guys, it's shifting fine. I'm really just like, this is driving me crazy because I know my car inside and out and I know how it should be driving, and this is how it should be driving. It's shifting great. I'm really wondering if the shifting settings had something to do with this. It's just really bizarre. And I gave it to another shop to drive for an entire month, and they had 3 different specialists, one specifically from BMW, came to check it out, and they weren't able to find anything wrong with the car. They weren't even able to pull the light up. So, you know, I'm thinking any minute now the light's gonna pull up, but of course it's not. Downshift again. All right, here we go. We got a red light to start from. So, God damn it. I love how this car sounds though. I seriously love how this car sounds. Like, of course it's not giving me any issues as I try and video record it. All right. What's also weird is the oil temp. It's also kind of weird. It seems like it's a little bit under lately. Usually it heats up a lot quicker than it has been, especially since it was already warmed up when I got to the gym. All right, so give it some hard shifts. Beautiful. Yeah, guys, as you can see, shifting perfectly fine. and maybe during this video we might catch something. Yep, nothing. Weird, guys. It's weird. Now in the video it might be showing the lights on the dash flickering. I don't know if that's just gonna be through what I can see or through the actual lens of the camera, if that'll stay in the video, but I just don't know. Now I've got to go to the bank to make some deposits, and then I'm gonna drive it some more on the highway, and I'm gonna drive it to our warehouse. We have some property by the bar. I don't even know how well you guys can hear me. In fact, I'm gonna turn my windows up. Turn my windows up so you guys can hear me a little better. Okay, so my family's been in Charlotte since the 90s. They were aspiring artists, and one thing they did was they needed warehouse space so they could do their work. And so now that warehouse space occasionally gets used for contract work. Will be, you know, where we store all the tools to repair buildings and so forth. And then occasionally we'll work on our cars over there. That's where me and my dad have plugged many tires and changed sensors, done all kinds of dirty, greasy work. And so basically I'm going to go to the bank. I'm going to make some deposits. The car is not acting up now. It's not showing a light. You guys could see what I'm talking about. I just uploaded a video where the light was on the dash. Then we started it. The light's now gone. I just drove it really hard. Light's still gone. Really weird, guys. I don't understand what's going on. What I will say is I'm going to drive it now to the bank to make some deposits, and then I'm going to drive it all the way uptown into our warehouse, and I'm going to see if we can change the SMG, or not change the SMG relay, more so just locate it, make sure that we have the T20 bolt to be able to get to the bolts that have the little box underneath the hood with the SMG relay. I'd appreciate any comments or anybody with similar stories. Maybe this is just a weird thing for some of our M3s, and it just kind of clears itself up. I don't know, but anyways, I think I'm gonna let you guys go, even though I'm sure right after this video the light is gonna pop back on. But I love this car, and it's shifting flawlessly now. I'm gonna put it to the fourth level shifting. I'm gonna see. I just increased the shift speed with the little button. As you guys can see down there, there's 4 little orange rectangles. So it's on a slightly more aggressive shift setting. See how it shifts. Okay, now it's shifting like very ideally. Oh man, usually it has some issue catching on the 6th gear, but it seems like this aggressive shift setting really is healthier for the car. Like now it's really driving very robust. See if we can catch this light. Oh boy, it's going orange. Okay. Yeah, I love the SMG. I love the paddles. Even the lever, just having to go up and, well, having to go forward to downshift and backwards to upshift. It's just so user friendly. I absolutely love this setup. And a lot of the time I actually use the shift knob. I don't even really use the paddles, but they're nice when you're neck and neck with somebody and you really want to focus on the drivability of the car, or in tight turns. The paddle shifters are the way to go. Anyways, guys, I thought that we would figure something out. I thought that it would pull up the light and I'd be able to show you guys exactly what's wrong with it. But of course, I wasn't able to show you what's wrong with it. For anybody that's watching this with similar problems, if your light is going away like mine, the only thing I did in the last 2 days was, if you guys look at that little orange little box, I can adjust it. You guys see near the one where the gear is, I can adjust the level of shifting. And so I've always known this, and I've kind of toyed with it, thinking that 2 was a very conservative level. But people online said that when you're driving this car on the second gear speed selection, that it will drive like grandma's BMW that's been sitting for years. So I put it to 3 yesterday and it started driving a little better. You know, of course today we got that gear cog again, so that didn't necessarily fix the problem, and I'm sure it won't fix the problem. But now we've put it to the fourth shift setting, and it seems to be driving really astute. We're gonna see real quick. I know this video is a little bit long and I definitely shouldn't be recording while driving, but we're gonna see how it drives. We just got the green light. We're gonna see how it drives, how it shifts. Shifts about the same from the third level to the 4th level. I don't know, guys. It seems like it's shifting really, really well now. So I don't know if that will fix or solve anything, but it certainly feels different, drives different. I'm pretty happy with that. You know, if we change the relay and I check the SMG fluid and everything is good to go. Again, someone said in my last video that they thought I was talking about the steering fluid. I am not talking about the steering fluid. I am talking about the SMG pump. The SMG is the hydraulic pump that shifts this car for me. Cars today have a dual clutch transmission. A lot of them have a dual clutch transmission. I know my E92 M3 has a dual clutch transmission, but this car has a sequential manual gearbox, which means it's the same manual gearbox. Yeah, it shifts beautifully. Same manual gearbox, but there's a hydraulic shifter, and so that's the SMG pump. And so that pump has a reservoir that takes CHF fluid, and I do have some CHF fluid. I know when I bought my E92 M3, there was a bottle of it in the back of the trunk of that E92 M3, so I know that I have it at the house. So I'll be able to top off the SMG pump reservoir with that fluid, if that is the issue. Some people even said overfilling it can be an issue too. So, you know, and then I talked to I'm talking to everybody I can in the community about what this issue could be. I've always kind of ignored the little light, but it's been coming on and being more of an annoyance than usual. So, you know, of course, I love looking at the dash like this. Of course, this guy had to pull in front of me. I love when the dash is just clear like this and there's no codes. And I haven't cleared any codes either. It's not like, you know, I have my scanner down here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have my scanner down there, and I keep it handy so that I can check codes as they come up. I'm not the guy that just clears codes and says, oh, hopefully it just goes away. It's one of those weird electronic things. Usually if you clear a code, it's going to come back up if it's a serious issue. All right, we're in first. Let's try it again. We're gonna give it a hard shift. Shift's fine, beautiful. Give it a hard shift again. Shift's fine, beautiful. Give it a hard shift again. Shift's fine. I don't get it, guys. I'm losing my crap right now. Like, the car is driving beautifully. I just don't get it. And, you know, I want it to drive well. So I guess for the most part, I'm actually pretty happy right now. God, I love this car. I love how this car sounds. I want an F80 M3, but I just don't know if it's ever going to be the same. You know, I have a C63 M3 and the C63 AMG and the E92 M3, and I thought that having a V8 in either BMW or Mercedes, and those are the last V8s, mind you, they're the last V8s that they ever produced. I thought that having a V8 would be really fun and different, but really, I love the inline 6 motor. I love this motor. This car just drives and sounds amazing. I remember when I had the stock exhaust, it was pretty terrible, honestly. I didn't know what all the hype was. And now that I have a MagnaFlow exhaust, the car drives a lot better. So anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up this video. Hopefully the light doesn't pop on now that I'm done recording. But I'm about to head into the bank here shortly. But if anybody knows, is seeing these issues where it has issues catching on to certain gears and pops that SMG gear light on every now and then goes away. Lately, it's been every other day. I will keep reporting on this. Now that I've changed the gear shift setting to 3 and 4, I'm going to see if starting it and stopping it over and over a couple times, I'm gonna see if that light comes on. And once I have 3, 4, 5 days in a row where the light doesn't come on, I'm pretty much gonna ignore the issue and I'm just gonna attribute it to either SMG fluid, the relay, which I'm gonna change soon, or the shift setting. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas, let me know, and deuce.